Something is not right. Sitting on a desk and in front of a computer doing paperwork, that's not me. That was not me, and I was like, I'm not doing this. So I started finding coping mechanisms. I'm unemployed. I'm still unemployed, don't forget. I started finding coping mechanisms. I started reading. And I read books that changed my life. That's where it all began. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself, crying each and every day. Crying was just a way for me to get all the pain out. But I didn't gain anything. I just lost me. And then I started reading books. I read books such as Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The 4 Agreements, 7 Habits of highly successful people. These are the books that changed my life, honestly. We all say this with these books, but when I started reading and listening to these books, I navigated a plan of, okay, so how do I get myself out of this current situation? I was like, I'm going to China. As crazy as that may sound, I sat one day, I was like, okay, I don't want to work. I can't find a job. Even if I wanted to work, I can't find a job. And I don't want a 9-to-5 corporate job. I was like, well, you already have experience in teaching Asians or Chinese people in particular. So why not just take the leap of faith, jump? Just go to China and teach English there. Then that's when it all began. I started doing my research. I'm a very extensive researcher, if I can say. I'm very obsessive, rather. I did my research like crazy. And every time I did research, I was like, this is the one. This is it. This is what the universe was trying to show me all this time. I did that for like 2 months by myself, not telling anyone. And then I started telling people, okay, so a girl is thinking of going to China and I've made up my mind, I'm going. I must say, my dad was the one person that found it very hard to accept because I didn't ask him. I was like, all my life I obeyed you, I lived under your rules, but now I need to do what's good for me. Now I need to go out there and live my life. If I make a mistake, I will be fully responsible for it. But I don't want to do something that will make you happy as my parent, whereas I'm not happy. I was like, so Dada, this is what's happening. So I reached out to people that I knew that were actually teaching in China. I got an agent. I had an interview with a few schools. I liked the one. I got the job. I had to start doing the paperwork for actually getting my work visa and all of that. And then obviously being this broke child, I literally financed everything by myself. I didn't want to burden anyone with my dream, with my goal. So I tried by all means to cover all costs. I had to sell my camera because I'm a photographer. So I was like, as much as I love my camera, I'm taking this risk, this jump that can enable me to even get more cameras. But if I don't sell my camera and stay here, I'm just going to stay a depressed child. Sold my camera and I boarded a flight to Hong Kong, and I'm here now. So with all that being said, I learned to be strong. I learned to trust the journey, and I learned that trials and tribulations do not last forever, you know, and you have to be positive. You could be going through a death in your family, your mother is sick or something. How are you coping? How are you coping? Because what we do, we just self-loathe, we cry, we listen to sad music, because it's like we are so addicted to pain. We want to feel sorry for ourselves. And I realized that that was not the way for me to cope with a hard situation. I had to stand up. As much as I was in a dark place, I had to spark that light within me, because it's always within you. You don't find it externally. I tried to listen to podcasts. I tried to, you know, be happy, but I couldn't, because I was dead inside. So I had to find the light within me that could help me cope with the hard situations that was going on around me. So that's what I'm saying. Be positive, do great things. Like I've always been a meditator. I meditated every day. I exercised. I read books. I listened to podcasts. You just try by all means to spark that fire within you. And if all the external things fail, then it's all up to you. So I tried all of that, and some days it worked, some days it didn't. So that's when I turned within. So my last point would be that whatever you're going through is a preparation of what you're still going to receive. It will come double fold. Like me, I went through grief. I went through death in the family, like deaths, multiple deaths, mild depression, anxiety. I thought my life was over, but it was just beginning. It's just that I just wasn't ready, because I was never prepared for this. But however, the result at the end of the dark tunnel was something I didn't even think of. I didn't think I would ever leave South Africa, board a plane to a foreign land. I just stopped being scared. I stopped living in fear, because fear limits us a lot. A lot. So yeah. But I just felt like I just wanted to share this story time, and for me as well, to just let it out, that and just to let you know that it's never over. It is never over. It's because normally we say it's not over until the fat lady sings. There is no fat lady. You are the fat lady of your life. It's over when you say it's over. When you say, you know what, it's not over, then it's not. It's never gonna be over. That's your story. Tell your story. Don't let other people tell your story for you. Follow your heart. If you feel that you want to be a photographer, you want to be in a play and not go to work, fine, do that, but find a way to live, because at the end of the day you do need money. We have to be realistic about that. But follow your heart. Be happy with what you're doing. And that might sound very idealistic and not realistic, but at some point you should strive for happiness in everything that you do. And yeah, I think that's a wrap. I really think that's a wrap. So thank you for tuning in to my video. Please like this video or comment down below if you have anything to say. Follow me on my socials, on my Instagram, Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I know. I don't like Twitter. Yeah, so if you have any questions, if you want help with anything, please do email me. I will have my email in the description box. And yes, so yeah, till I see you next time. Bye.